Now we start with 1 hour chart. If you refer to our analysis in my last video, when the price was exactly within this move here, we mentioned that we can expect one more drop. If the price drop and break this low, then we will be more interested in the buy. As you can see, price drop, but if you haven't broke this one, the low. Now the thing, and even in my last video, I mentioned if you when the price was within this, I mentioned if you want to buy, the best thing is if we get a drop, and if there is a continuation, we wait for the breakout of this, and if like a small correction above the top, we can buy. That's why I mentioned we don't buy here. That's why, and I always keep mentioning the price can drop exactly as what we see. And the another option was to have entry above this. And I mentioned having entry above this one is not a good idea as well. Okay, now we see the price drop, but it haven't broke this low. We want to see whether we can look for buy from without breaking this low or not. Still, I mentioned if the price, this one turned to a correction for one more drop, break this one, then I can confirm this correction in relative to this is done, finish, and we can look for buy. Okay, but as we can see, the price is moving quite sharp. We need to see. Right now, we don't have any trade set up. Okay, we just see based on higher time frame, we see how we can get the trade. As based on, we can see based on daily, this one is quite corrective. Whether this is the start of the up move or still we can get the correction for one more drop. Okay, now the thing is how we can trade it if we move to 4 hour chart. Based on 4 hour chart, we have been, still we can see, this is what we have been just now we mentioned based on 1 hour chart. Okay, still I mentioned if the breakout of this can give us a better confirmation, but if the price start from here, how we can trade it. Okay, now if you move to 1 hour chart, the first things again, if the price whether from here or higher drop break this low, any reversal will take it, because at that time we consider this correction is done. But if the price continue from here, okay, if a bit higher, give a flag, maybe based on 1 hour or 15 minutes, we can trade the flag, but our target will be here. Now it depends on the trader, so whether they want to take this a small trade or not, because in terms of the risk and reward, it doesn't give us a good trade. The only reason we trade this one in case the price is going to break this top and continue. Okay, now we see this correction, we cannot trade it unless this one drop a bit, become more complex, then maybe we can trade it. But right now, from what we see, we cannot, we don't have any trade set up. Okay, and how about if the price continue from here? Okay, and we see this is the start of the up move, similar to my last video. We wait for the breakout, any correction of like above this top, we trade it. And the another option, having entry above this. Having entry above this every time I mention is really risky because easily price can tag and reverse. Okay, and especially for this case, since the price haven't broke this low. If the price broke, I mean, this one could broke this low, having entry can give us a more safer trade because we can consider this correction is finished and this is the start of the up move. But right now, still we can expect the price even tag here or this and reverse. That's why, that means this one turned to a bigger correction. That's why having entry above this is, it will be really risky. It depends on the trader. So when the price tag you receive within 1 hour or maximum 2 hours is not moving, we just take out the trade. We don't stay with the trade. Okay. By the way, we don't have any trade set up, and if this one turns to a one move down, can give us a better confirmation. If there is a continuation from here, whether we can get a flag based on 15 minutes or 1 hour, as I say, it's not a really good trade, but we see. But the best things, if there is this is the start of the up move, we wait for the breakout and correction or having a tree. And again, this one is really risky as the price couldn't broke this low. By the way, we just follow the chart. If I see any update or trade, then I will share. Thanks.